video we will talk about another risk related with the use of virtual reality with the children with the spectrum, autistic spectrum. This risk is called the lack of concentration. Lack of concentration is to lose focus in daily life. It is a risk that it's related to the daily life of each one of us, but it's most related with the use of virtual reality in therapy on the daily life of children with autism. This kind of risk refers to potential consequences of an excessive use of virtual reality, but we can choose some prevent tools in order to face with it. First of all, we could it's advisable to introduce exercise, regular and daily exercise, in order to improve focus and concentration skills of the children. For example, they may include activities such as mindfulness, meditation, brain training games, and add a specific application based on beta wave music. Another tool to prevent this kind of risk is reducing the frequency of new information. Often happens that an over information or too much information processed by children with autism could be really dangerous for their brain and their concentration capacity. So it's just to reduce the number and the frequency of the information that we give to this kind of user. The third tool that we can use to prevent this kind of risk is introducing in a regular way each day beta wave music. For example, there are many music execution written by Mozart that you can find in a most simple way on YouTube. But what happens if this risk happens? What is the management tool that we can use? The management tool is the intervention of a specialist, for sure, because a specialist, it's always advisable to ask to him or to her what to do in this case, and have a virtual reality reduction use, for sure, because this is a gradual, for the first stage you must block this use, and second one, with the help of a specialist, you can use a gradual reintegration of this tool.
This parent acceptance. A lot of parents don't accept their own children if child has some disabilities, any kind of disabilities, and this risk is very often between the society, and a lot of children don't have the parent care during their childhood. The first prevention is to create some training for support as free legal assistance and psychological support and social service for these parents, also for their children in the regional center for children with disabilities. And if these risks are already happened, the management of this is in some educational institutions, for example, with special educators and rehabilitators for children who will work on their process of rehabilitation and resocialization.
One of the risks of overusing virtual reality for a child is developing addiction. To prevent that situation, parents can use security mechanism like a timer in order to control the time of using. When someone failed to control his addiction, there could be a link for a rehabilitation call center where experts can give advice or direction to help with the addiction.
The next risk is the not inclusion for each kind of autism. So for prevention, it's important to take a careful evaluation with specialized operator. And the management tool when the risk happen is to start using of the device and creating measures and environment for inclusion process for autism diversity. Another risk is the future problem with the eyes. The prevention should be to talk with a specialist, optical specialist, and selecting an appropriate time for using it. The management tool, if the risk happen, is talking with an optical specialist.
Another risk is sensory sensitivity. As we know that people with this kind of disability can easily overload with sensory feelings, so we need to take care and to prepare the content and the whole program to be suitable for them, to not arouse them in any way. The arousal can happen, with audio content, but also with video content, and also the way of arousal for the people with disability can be the way of the Googles, how they are connected to their head. We need to take care that it is not too invasive for them, and yeah, that's the risk. The prevention of this risk is that we should take a lot of tests before we start doing it. So we need to test out the audio and all the sensory content that we have in our program, and yeah, and the management of it. If some accidents happen, we go back to testing basically and do it again.